Hello and welcome back to the Godzilla 65 YouTube channel. My name is William Shemaisky, and I'm out here. It's kind of noisy, but I'm decided to do just a brief video on my model kit, my Atelier Godzilla 71, and Hedera 25cm by X Plus. Don't have much battery life left, but and this isn't usually how I like to shoot videos, but I think that I made a little diorama, and I just wanted to show it off a little bit. And it can be changed because I just basically, the only thing that's glued down is the foliage, and the rocks can be moved around and change that a lot. And you can see my background, and I just taped it on my trailer. I have gotten to where I prefer shooting photos outside. I think the lighting is better. I would rather use natural light. So you can see, love that Hedera. X Plus did such a good job on that. I actually thought about this at the last minute because I was outside taking photographs, and I thought I should do a video, just a brief one, to show how I did this. So this is kind of the way I did the diorama. I used some that foam sealant, and I actually sprayed it all over a brown towel. And I had to sand it down with a Dremel because it looked pretty rough. And I just spray painted it with some brown primer. Just what you would use at an auto store. And after I did that, I went over it with a gray primer, but it seemed like that stood out too much. This base isn't really done, and it's really only for photographs. I've got some spots and areas that I need to touch up, but it's good for photographs since it's not going to be a permanent base for anything. And you can see my rocks. The foliage you can get, it's by Woodland Scenics, and you can glue it on with Elmer's glue or Woodland Scenics glue. I actually cheated a little bit. I used some super glue because I was getting kind of impatient. And it does take quite a long time to glue this stuff on here. I think I covered everything I did on it. These are just some little pebbles I got. I painted them brown. They come in a bag. I think I got them. I think they're Woodland Scenics. They're actually too gray. I wanted them to look more brown. And this right here is actually a piece of plaster I painted, but I kind of don't like it because it's powdering coming off and getting on my base, and I'm going to have to do something about that. I didn't glue any of this stuff down, like I said, because I want to be able to move it around for photographs. And in the movie, there probably wasn't quite this many rocks. Don't you bite me? I got a bug on my hand. Let's see if I can get him to get on my finger. It might be one of them lucky bugs, they say. Okay, he went away. Well, alright. Yeah, the flies are like voracious out here today. Oh, come on. Here, you can get on the video. Get over here. Come on. Let's see if you get... Now, he's fascinated with my camera, whatever he is. Come here. Well, there's like a little bug trying to fly around and land on my finger. Actually, I can't really do much turning around of them outside. I'll move them out of the way so you can see the back of the base. This is heavy, that figure is. Okay, so the back of the base, you can see some of the stuff I did. I wanted this area back here to be built up a little bit more, and I got a leaf on there. Got a wild leaf on there, yay! And I wanted all that to be built up just a little bit better. Well, that bug is acting kind of strange. Come here. I don't know if you can see him or not. Yeah, he's flying around. He keeps wanting to land on me, but he doesn't land. There he is. I hope I don't get stung. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't usually have a fear for insects. Did you bite me? I don't know what the hell he's doing. Well, you're okay. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. Got distracted shortly. And see, all these are just some rocks that I painted. I don't really have the means to cast my own rocks, and I know this is probably the kind of the cheapest way to do it. So what I did was I went around my yard and I got some regular looking rocks, and some of my other photographs I've got on Facebook, they weren't painted, but I wanted these rocks to actually match my base a little bit better. So I just used real rocks and I painted them with a brown primer spray paint, let them dry real good, use a flat color, and there you have it. They're not perfect, but they'll do if you don't have the money to cast your own rocks. I do not have any before and after videos when I first started working on it because it was aggravating, and I'll kind of explain something to you. All this is where that foam, the foam that comes out is a sealant, okay, and it expands. And so then you get these little bubbly areas that look like tiny little rocks or kind of awkward looking rocks. So I took a Dremel and I sanded some of these areas. You can see I sanded the part right there because it was all too built up. The only thing I wish that I had done was I wish I had built up the back more with some foam so I wouldn't have to use so much foliage to glue down. So anyway, cheap way to make something. I took you could actually use a foam board. You can get those at Walmart or whatever, and you can start from there. This was just kind of a cheap way for me to do it. I took a towel, brown towel, and I put taped it down to this is actually cardboard, this whole piece. It's not heavy or nothing. And then I just sprayed it with brown and gray, and then went back over it with brown. And I had to touch up a lot of it because I had missed a lot of areas. So, overall, I think it turned out okay. I don't think I'm going to do much more to it. I think it looks good enough just to be a photographic piece. I was going to add some more foliage, but I think most of this foliage looks okay, just for photographs and stuff. And I can always add some loose foliage to it if I'm inside taking photographs. So anyway, this just was a brief video on a base I made for photographs, and I think it turned out pretty damn good. And that concludes. Thanks for watching, and take care.